It's 2 a.m. You're lying in bed, wide awake, agonizing over an awkward conversation from 5 years ago that nobody else even remembers. You are perfectly safe in a modern bedroom, yet your heart is racing, your palms are sweating, and your digestion has ground to a halt. Your human nervous system is reacting to this cringeworthy memory exactly as if it were being chased by a physical predator. In this moment, the tiger is imaginary, but the cortisol is real. This false alarm is managed by the default mode network, the brain's operating system when we're supposedly doing nothing. Instead of resting, it burns immense resources weaving the story of me, thread by anxious thread, until the narrative becomes heavy enough to suffocate the body. For most of us, this network is running dangerously hot, treating a psychological ego as a physical body under constant mortal threat. The default mode network evolved as an ancient survival tool used by early hominids to navigate a dangerous world. It functioned as a mental cartographer, allowing our ancestors to remember berry patches, imagine future needs, and maintain the delicate social maps that kept small tribes alive. Modern civilization hijacked this circuitry. We built social media platforms designed explicitly to trigger these same social mapping gears, providing the network with infinite mirrors and metrics. By telling this tool that survival depends on likes and digital status, we transformed a helpful evolutionary scribe into a tyrannical ruler demanding constant attention. The cascade begins in the posterior cingulate cortex, which scans for self-related threats. How am I doing? What if I fail? This network then recruits the amygdala, pushing its anxious narrative down into the primitive alarm center. Because the amygdala is a dim-witted lieutenant, it cannot distinguish between a physical tiger and an imaginary social threat. It simply sounds the war horn. The amygdala triggers the HPA axis, flooding the entire bloodstream with cortisol and opening the jaws of a full-body stress response. This throttles the vagus nerve and causes heart rate variability to flatline. When this alarm system stays on for decades, the chronic stress even shrinks your telomeres, the protective caps on your chromosomes, accelerating cellular aging. Persistent rumination marinates your internal organs in emergency chemistry, causing measurable wear and tear over a threat that exists only in your head. You can interrupt this cycle by developing meta-tiger awareness, the realization that the storyteller in your head is inventing the predators. By forcing the brain to focus on present moment sensations, like the actual feeling of breath in the lungs, you starve the network of the rumination it needs to stay active. Research from neuroscientists like Sarah Lazar and Judson Brewer proves that this isn't just a mental shift, it changes the brain's physical structure. Long-term meditation practitioners show decreased cortical thickness in the posterior cingulate cortex. They have literally shrunk the machinery of self-obsession. The crushing weight of the ego consists of physical scaffolding inside your skull, structures you possess the biological power to dismantle. When the default mode network grows quiet, the nervous system rebalances. The sympathetic fight or flight response disengages, and the parasympathetic system rises. This triggers a healing cascade. The vagus nerve reactivates, inflammatory markers drop, and the immune system finally returns to its proper work. Quieting the storytelling in your head restores your original biological baseline, saving your organs from the exhausting chemistry of a never-ending imaginary emergency.